Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I took a couple, I'd say 2 weeks off of my YouTube channel because I just needed a mental break, and I go through and say what the year has meant to me, what I've learned. I do this for anyone who's struggling for advice, and I also do this because it helps me do like a recap of the year for you guys and for myself, and I always look back on these years and these videos to help see my growth. And especially from like last year, I did this. This is the first video I actually filmed with my new camera, and it's a year later, so that's insane. Last year I did I think 20 things because it was 2020, but this year I kind of just have different things that actually I'm going to talk about them and what I learned and what they mean. So the first lesson I learned this year was live for you, not anyone else. You're you at the end of the day. You know you best. You know your purpose here, you know what you want. And although we might put an act on that sometimes to try and not be judged by others, we sometimes make decisions that we don't want to and do things we don't want to because of people and what we're scared that they think. And I really learned that this year is, you know, I ask myself the question all the time, am I living my life for myself or for them? Because at the end of the day, I don't care what people think of me. I really don't, unless like of course the people close to me. But like at the end of the day, if I'm going to the store and all that, I don't really have to care what they think of me because I'm living my life for myself. The decisions I make, the places I go, the people I choose to surround myself with, I'm going to make it customized to me. I'm customizing my life for myself and I'm living it for myself. So I really learned that if someone wants to down me for something I'm doing, but I want to do it, why am I going to change that? Because I know myself the best, and this is my life to live. I have this one life and I'm gonna live it. The second one was, don't let what others say about you get to you. That is a big one for me this year, is because I have had so many people in my lifetime just tell me and down me for the things I do, for what I wear. I really think to myself, like, again, kind of going back to the first one, like, you can't live your life for other people. If you're continuously making the decisions of your life based off other people, what they think of you and what they want for you, you're not living your life for yourself, and you're letting what they think get to you. The third thing I learned this year, and I want to say that this is probably one of the biggest ones, is give it to God. I realized in my lifetime, particularly of the past 2 years, my life is not in my hands. Yes, I was granted this life and I'm very blessed to be here. Every day is a blessing, every breath is a blessing, but it is not in my hands. You know, I can choose, like, I can make a decision, like, do I want to go here? Do I want to go there? Do I want to wear this today and this? I can decide, but at the end of the day, the bigger picture, where I'm meant to be in life, I can't control that. You know, we can try and have this 5-year plan, this 10-year plan, and try and make it picture perfect, but the truth is it won't be. And a lot of people, even looking at college, like, people change their majors all the time. People choose very last minute to change what they want to do with the rest of their life, and it's just something we can't control. It's not in our favor. So I really learned this year to give it to God, because whatever you believe in, for me personally, I believe God's in control, and I believe this life was given to me from Him. So this is just, like I said, my personal belief, but I truly believe, you know, I can't control my own life. Like, yes, I can. I'm living in my life for myself, but God is the bigger picture, and for something really big, I have to give it to Him. If I'm going through something, give it to God. If I'm going through a dark time in my life or struggling with something, give it to God, and His hands are always open. He's always willing to be there. So if you guys are always looking for an escape, He's always there. And I just know I've felt so much happier the past 2 years, ever since I've like gotten close and had that relationship where I'm able just to give, you know, like pray about something and being like, you know, I just feel so much better. I feel like someone's talking and listening and actually understands me. I'm not in charge. That's something else I've learned is, like I said, what's meant to be in life will be. I think that's definitely one I learned last year as well. You know, I'm not in control. And I can't change things. I can try and change things as much as I can, but it doesn't mean that it's gonna work out. It might be temporary, but it's not gonna last forever. It's not gonna be the way I want it to be forever. I also learned you cannot have a 5-year plan. You know, being a junior in high school, you have to like plan your entire life out. Like you have to plan what you want to do with the rest of your life, college, what career you want to go for, what state. Like there's just so much to life that it's like everyone's like, okay, well, the only way I can do this is if I have like a 5 or 10-year plan. And I really learned I cannot do it. You know, the beginning of this year I thought I wanted to move to California and move to LA. Then I wanted to move to Arizona, and that right now I don't even know what I want to do after I graduate. So I can in the moment guess I have this 5-year plan, but it can change, and it's okay to let change in, and change is good. Change is what brings differences and brings challenge and acceptance and happiness in your life. You wouldn't be who you are without change. You wouldn't continue to change without change. The next thing I learned is to focus on the moment and today rather than the big picture. I would always get so wrapped up in the bigger picture between big things to happen, like what I'm gonna do after I graduate, and just kind of I missed out on so much happiness in the moment, and I tended not to be happy in the moment because I was so excited and so worried at the same time for the future. You can't really let it get to you because you're gonna be blindsided in the moment, and I don't want to say I was wishing like this time away, but I guess I was at the same time because I was so excited. I guess you're allowed to be excited. If anything, that's what keeps you going for life. But I was also worried too. It stressed me out and it caused me a lot of stress and anxiety to where I couldn't enjoy the moment today because I was so worried. And I'm so glad I realized not to be too stressed out about it and to focus on the moment. Like, yes, you're allowed to be excited. Yes, you're allowed to be a little scared and nervous for your future because that's what life's about. But at the same time, you have to enjoy the moment you're given. You need to enjoy now to get to then. So focus on now rather than then, because you're guaranteed right now rather than the future. Something else I learned is some of the best days are still ahead of you. I always struggled with having a good time and, you know, thinking like I don't have any more good days ahead or any more good days left in my life, because I always thought that they were, specifically for me in 8th grade, I literally thought that 8th grade was a time in my life. Like, of course, I wouldn't go back to 8th grade, but I was just generally so happy during the time because, I don't know, just the friend group I was with, and I was just very happy at that time. You know, we were about to enter high school. I had a big group of friends, and not that that defines anything, but I was just generally happy in that time. And not saying that those were the best days of my life, but it's exciting to know that some of the best days of your life are still ahead of you, and they're gonna happen. You don't know what they are, and that's the best part. Is, for example, your wedding. That's probably going to be one of the best days of your life. That is a day, especially in the being a girl, like, best day. Literally have a whole entire picture. I'm so excited. Like, I literally cried at wedding videos. Like, I'm so excited for my wedding. But it's like, it's a day you don't know what's going to go. I mean, even the day of, it's not like you're going to know what's going to happen the rest of the night. Like, I don't know who I'm gonna marry. I don't know where I'm gonna be married at, when, how. Like, it's just like, it's like some of the best days are still ahead of you and you have no idea about it. And I guess the mystery about it is exciting. And I was talking to my friend about a month ago, and I was just like, I'm so scared for my future because I just don't know where I'm going. And he was like, but that's the best part of it all, because like, you don't know where you're going. and like that's the fun of it. And I was like, that's a good way to look at it, because ever since then I kind of looked at it that way. It's like, it's the fun of it. Like, yes, you can be scared, but if you knew what happened in your life 100%, if you had an idea that's different, but if you had like 100% reassurance that it's gonna happen, it wouldn't really be fun. It's just like the waiting game. So buckle up, the best days are still ahead. Something else I've learned is enjoy your single time. You'll never regret it. Being in a relationship can be very toxic, and I don't know. I have been single most of my life. I was in a quote-unquote relationship in 8th grade, but I don't even count it. So yeah, 17 years and single. You know, had a lot of time, had my entire lifetime to focus on myself. And I'm not, like, people are so different. Like, I'm not saying I don't want a relationship. Like, I do. I mean, I want a relationship more than anything, but I'm not going to just take whatever is thrown at me. I'm going to think about it, look at all the aspects of it, because I have so much respect for myself, and I feel so ready to like accomplish the world because I know myself. And I feel very privileged to say that, because most people aren't able to say that. Most people have been out of relationships in my life, and out of their entire life. Some people have been hurt, and you know, sometimes I get jealous of like people's relationships and things like that, and I'd be like, you know, damn, that would be nice to have. But at the same time, I'm so happy that I've had 17 years and this my entire lifetime to focus on myself. And you know, I know myself. I'm proud. I wake up in the morning. I have confidence. I know who I am, and that's not something most people can say. I'm 17 now, and I know myself. That's not something everyone says, you know. A lot of people try and find themselves at different points in their life. They could be 21, they could be 16, they could be 30. You know, they might have to restart their entire life at 50. Age is just a number at the end of the day. It doesn't define anything. But, and it also does not say how much someone has experienced. You know, I'm sure many people have went through much more pain than I have and experienced a lot more. But I know myself. I know my standards. I know what makes me happy and makes me sad. And that's something a lot of people aren't able to say. Like, I generally, from the bottom of my heart, know myself. And I think that's why the way I live my life, like not letting what others say get to me, living my life for myself, I think that comes to play with this, because I know who I am. At this point, I'm just focused on myself and not anyone else. And I love that. And I'm glad I live by that. And I'm not saying you can't be in a relationship. Like, if anything, that's good. You're learning and growing in that. But you should never regret being single. You should never regret having time to focus on yourself, because this is growing time. I also learned patience this year. And I'm still learning it. Some days are better than others. Looking at the bigger picture in life, you get really excited and you tend to be very impatient. I'm very impatient. You know, if someone walks into the elevator and clicks the floor, like say I'm going to the 5th floor, but we're on the 7th floor and they want to go to the 6th floor, I get so impatient, I get so mad, because I just want to get out of the elevator. Just like a tiny little example. I get very impatient about the tiniest things in life. But looking at the bigger picture, for example, finding like my soulmate, finding who I'm going to spend the rest of my life with, and just, you know, a companion, like something I've never had. I get very impatient about it, and I sometimes try and force things, and I realize it's not going to work out. You know, I should follow back to my roots, listen to what I'm saying, what I'm telling myself, because I don't have to be in a relationship right now. But that's something mainly I did, like patience, like with like a relationship and all that, specifically this year with it. I learned it's not in my control. I have to be patient, and what's meant to be will be. Something else I learned is tell people you love them. I didn't lose anyone this year. I'm very blessed and lucky to say that. I lost one person at the beginning of this year, but I didn't lose anyone like relatively close to me. But you know, a lot of people I know lost someone this year, especially with COVID. But it really made me think to tell the people you love them. Give them a hug while you can. If you're leaving to go to the store, hug your parents, say you love them. You never know when your time's gonna come, and you never know when the last time you see someone is. If you're on bad terms with someone, you go to bed, you guys are fighting, whether it's a relationship or friendship, make up with them before you go to bed, because you never know if you're gonna wake up, and why would you want to end things on bad terms? Of course, arguments happen, and it's gonna be like that, but I always tell the people I love, like no matter who it is, if I'm close to them, I always, whether we just went for a drive or I'm leaving work, I always tell people I love them and be like, bye, I love you. And that's something like the people I surround myself with do. They always are like, bye, I love you. And I was like, I never really have that, and I kind of like brought reality to my eyes. And the last thing that I learned, I mean, I've learned so many things, but the main thing is you are so much stronger than you think. I just realized this like literally within like 2 weeks. Of course, I've always known you're always stronger than you. I've always heard that. But I was like, you know, I've been going through a lot this past like year, from like last September to this September. You're so much stronger than you think. I look back, literally I went back through all my Snap memories specifically and just saw how much I went through this year. In a good way, but you are so much stronger than you think. Everything you've went through, every battle, every hardship, every up and down, it's going to be worth it one day. And trust me, you're going to get to a point in your life where you're going to realize, damn, that's why I had to go through what I did. All the lessons you've learned, all the places you've went, the people, the decisions, every little thing about it is all going to make sense one day. And although because you're at a low point in your life, you're at a hard time of your life, and you don't know why, you ask yourself your worth, you ask yourself why you're meant to be here, why and if you're going to wake up tomorrow, and why you're going through this, why me. It might be hard in the moment, but trust me, guys, trust me, my friend. One day it'll all make sense, and trust yourself, trust God's timing, trust me on this. You are so much stronger than you think. You can put yourself out there, you can live your life by you. So that's everything I learned in 2021 in a short little video to give the major things, and of course I've learned so much more. I hope you guys have a great new year. I hope you guys had a great New Year's Eve. I hope 2022 is filled with brilliance, love, laughter, kindness, and I hope 2021 was good for you, and I hope 2022 is even better. Keep growing, keep going, keep loving you, keep learning, keep living your best lives, and remember, this life is to be lived by you, not others. Love you guys more than anything. Have a great new year, and I will see you guys next year. Bye, guys!